It's finished, man.
I wasn't even planning to record. I was just gonna
Start
talk, but
from top right.
um, I wasn't even planning to have this recorded,
Why'd you call me
But
then?
yeah, it doesn't have to be recorded. But you could just pick out like I think this one
If you
maybe
wanted
you
to
don't have
talk,
to
you
do
could have just me on the phone.
that. True that. Anyway, from top left, isn't that Saint? Is that Saint Seiya? The boy with raising his hand fist.
Yes,
Isn't
the
it?
main guy from Saint There. Yeah,
Is that Saint Seiya? Oh,
yeah.
he's down. I didn't even. And then you have this Don here, the guy with the muscular just on his right, is from the Fist of North Star, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, Dano. And then to his right, I'm just to his right. I definitely remember the anime. I just can't remember his name, and I can't remember the name of the anime
Begins
either.
with a T.
How dare me? It
It
begins with a
begins with a
T.
T.
Oh damn.
Yeah. It kind of sounds that tune
I
on
know. I
yours.
know he has a little. No, yeah, his first name is Suna, isn't it?
Hey,
Yeah, his first name is Suna, and he has like a little monkey as his Hitman Reborn. That's it.
monkey. I
Huh?
said monkey.
Was
That's a
it a
baby,
monkey?
bro.
Was it? What is it?
That's a
What was
baby.
it?
I said monkey. It's a baby.
Oh,
It's a
swear
baby wearing
down.
a suit.
That's a baby
Reborn.
wearing a suit. Yeah, yeah, Hitman Reborn. Still, it was a good anime. I actually forgot about. I actually forgot it existed. Flipping off, but yeah.
I even
So
finished the
bottom
manga for
left.
it.
Yeah, I finished everything still. All right then. Bottom left below Saint Seiya Don is obviously from Hunter X Hunter, innit? Killua. No, not
Yeah,
Killua.
go on.
Sorry. Gone.
Jeez.
Flipping off, fam. He's got one of the deadest costume. I can't lie of a main
Yeah,
character.
he's fit. Is that Gon is a good character, but his fit is not the one.
Nah, he's just so dead. It's like he's. It's not. Like your main character should stand out in terms of what they should wear. Like the iconic. When you think about Dragon Ball Z, you think about Goku. All you just have to remember is not even his muscle. It's just his costumes, just what he wears. That itself is iconic. What yellow with black, whatever that he's wearing,
Yeah.
and stuff
Main
like that. That's
characters normally
iconic.
have like their fit. Sometimes they do. It does change, but their main fit is meant to be iconic. But Gon's fit
It's meant to be
looks like he
iconic.
runs the class. Man.
Yeah,
It
like
looks like he runs the class.
it's just so lame and boring. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
Green. And
Why couldn't you be like
moving on.
Uncle Yusuke?
Huh?
Why couldn't
Yeah,
you be like
Shannon.
his Uncle Yusuke?
Yeah, it's the same mangaka, right? That did both of manga.
Yeah, cool.
You know that?
But carry on.
Yeah. So on the right, I have no idea. It's probably one of those etchy mangas, fam. But probably this is all
Yeah,
shonen, isn't
right.
it? Huh?
I think they're all shonen, so I don't. She should be
I don't know
recognizable,
the
but I
lady.
don't know who she is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know the lady. Can't lie. And then from the right to her is flipping Yu Hakusho. What? Yu Hakusho or Yu Hakusho or whatever.
Work,
Something like
man. Like the way you're
what?
talking, man. Like you sound like you're 45 years old.
I am, fam.
Man has
What?
been out the game for ages.
I've been out of the game for how long, fam? That's One Piece has kept me out of the game, fam. Do you know what I mean? Like One Piece has risen to a standard whereby if a manga or an anime isn't reaching that high that standard for me, just for me personally, I'm not reading you or watching you just because I don't
First
have
of all,
time for
you
anime or
don't
manga
watch or read anything anyway to even be judging. So
anymore.
how
That's
would
what
you?
I'm saying. Anymore. That's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, that's true as well. That's true, but it's all about from what I hear from people, what people tell me, innit? So if you told me about something, about an anime or manga that you're watching, you go, nah, what if you like this? and you explain to me the storyline, probably watch a few episodes, and then like for example, My Hero Academia, like I started watching it, everybody started talking about it, and I watched it, and I was like, yeah, no. I mean, at least I watched it to the first season, I think, and I don't think I finished the season, but yeah, it wasn't for me, innit?
First season's good. It's
Huh?
not for you first. The first season is good, but if it's
Yeah,
not for you, then it's not for you.
yeah, it's not for me, and I just that's what I said. Like, it didn't even reach that level. It didn't even reach One Piece pre-time skip, like early arcs. Do you know what I'm saying? Like early arcs. And One Piece has only gotten better, obviously, pre-time skip. You know what I mean? But yeah, it wasn't even as good as post-time skip One Piece. And you know how I feel about post-time skip. So yeah, flipping out. So at the bottom you have Toriko, right? From Toriko. Yeah, and to be fair, I've never actually seen the anime because, like, I
I
haven't
heard
heard
the
many
anime
good things
adaptation is
about
the
it either.
greatest. I heard
Better than the
Toriko is
manga.
decent, but I heard the anime adaptation isn't that great. I don't think they adapted it that great, but I've never watched it or read it. But Daryl loves Toriko, so
Oh, is it?
yeah, he loves Toriko.
I don't know. I can't judge
But I
it,
haven't.
but it just looks lame as well. I
I don't
can't
know anything
lie.
about it. That there's a lot of food elements in it, but apart from that, I don't know much.
Do you know what? In Yu Yu Hakusho, yeah, the main character also wears green, but he wears like a long trousers, a long green trousers, and it's definitely obviously meant to be like,
He doesn't wear
and
green trousers. He wears jeans.
he wears jeans, but they're
He
green
wears
regardless.
jeans.
I'm just saying it works. It works for the main character of Yu Yu Hakusho, but it doesn't work for Gon, especially Gon being so tiny.
Gon actually wears green. Gon actually wears a green jumpsuit, where Yusuke actually just wears normal like clothes. He wears like normal,
Mm.
like quote unquote normal clothes. He just wears like a t-shirt
Yeah,
and jeans,
leave it to the ladies to call him cute, fam. But yeah, and then the one on the right from Toriko is Domin. Um,
Damn, you've really been out of the game. How can we have
is it?
an
Well,
anime
hold
channel
on.
where you're struggling?
It's Ruru Kenshin or Ruru Hakusho or something like that.
Jesus, Kenshin, yeah,
What's it?
it's Kenshin, yeah, Kenshin for
Kenshin.
Nani Kenshin.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I got that right, man. Is
but
it
the way
good?
you're
I haven't seen
struggling, you're taking forever.
it. No, I'm struggling
Bro,
still.
it's
I
good.
haven't
It's
seen
good.
it.
It's good series.
Yeah, you know
It's a
what?
good
Yeah,
series, yeah.
because I'm bored with my life, innit? Since I don't have life and I'm 45 years old, I might have to. I heard. No, I'm not gonna. I've already seen Sooner. I've seen Hunter. I don't know who this lady is. I've never actually seen. I've seen a few episodes of what is it? What's the green guy here again? I forget his name from Yu Yu Hakusho or whatever it's called, fam.
You've never seen Yu
The
Yu
guy with the spirit gun or whatever.
You've never seen Yu Yu
Yeah,
Hakusho.
no, I have, but I didn't get into it because the quality in anime.
You never finished it.
I've never finished it because I couldn't stand the quality in anime.
Jesus. Wow.
What do you think?
You've
So I'm gonna
never
go.
finished Yu Yu Hakusho. That's
I'm
crazy.
gonna go watch Kenshin, but yeah,
I
I'm gonna
think
go
Yu Yu
watch.
Hakusho is bigger.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
it's
if
definitely
I had to pick
definitely bigger
out
than.
two, I would say watch Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho is a
Oh
better
yeah, no,
series.
100%. Oh no, 100% is more popular. No, 100% is more known. 100%. I'm not denying that. But I just never finished it. But who knows? If I have time, I might have to.
Kenshin is it's from the same era, so if you didn't like the quality of animation for Yu Yu
Is
Hakusho,
it
then
good
you may not like
swordsmanship?
it. Yeah, it's good swordsmanship. Of course, it's about swordsmanship. It's about swordsmen
Yeah,
and
it's
that.
that.
So
Yeah.
not like One
But
Piece with the
no, that's what I was
heroes and the
gonna say.
fighting. and the flying attacks. No, it's real swordsman.
Real swords.
Yeah, real swordsmanship. Not like
Yeah, it's actually good. Nah, but
yeah.
I can't get into Toriko. I'm sorry, it just looks lame. I can't even like. What do you think?
I can't say. I've never seen it, so I can't say. But
You've
I
never
know
seen it?
it did have
Yeah,
a little bit of a cult following, but a lot of people
yeah,
don't
yeah,
seem
yeah.
like they talk about it much. But
I guess I'll leave.
that's something
I
you'd
guess
have
I'll
to ask
leave it.
Daryl.
Yeah. All right, cool. So we have the one and only
So now,
Luffy,
so you got the Luffy, Goku, Naruto, and Ichigo
the
behind him.
the the iconic straw hat. There's nothing more iconic than the straw hat and the boy with the yellow hair, and obviously Super Saiyan Goku and Bleach's Ichigo's orange hair. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so iconic, stands out, so unique. Do you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, so
I think
you
Ichigo
got the
is.
big three with the go on.
I think Ichigo is less so iconic compared to
It's iconic,
Naruto.
man.
Anyway,
How
for
can
me.
you talk about the big three like that?
I didn't say he's not iconic. I said he's not as iconic as
Okay,
Ichigo,
cool.
as Luffy and Naruto.
All right, or whatever. Give you that.
Like if you to have a picture, if you were to go around asking a bunch of people, who is this person, they may not be able to say each name.
Mm,
If you don't watch anime, if you know what I mean. But you could go up to a bunch of people and show them Goku, and they'll know who that is, or at least recognize him. Same thing for maybe
no, of
Naruto,
course.
maybe Luffy, less so for Ichigo. But of course, big three, Ichigo, Bleach. You know, do you think you can name any of the
Yeah.
villains?
Say that again. Cut, man.
Do you think you can name any of the villains?
No, I can't name any of the villains, but I'm guessing they're all from.
I don't think you even.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah, let's leave the villains because you're struggling with the heroes. You're definitely not getting the villains.
Yeah, how can I know the? Yeah, obviously I know the villains of the iconic ones. So we have Broly, Akainu, Madara, Aizen, Hisoka. Is that Killua? Killua isn't even a villain though. He looks like Killua.
That's somebody else. I don't know who that is. But then we got I can't remember his name. The guy with the fire. He's from Kenshin. We
He's
got
from you.
to we got
No, the guy with the fire is from Yu Yu Hakusho. No,
yeah, it's from you. We got younger Toguro. We got Zan on the top
who's
left.
younger Togoro?
The guy on the far right is from
Yeah,
From
that
Yu
middle
Hakusho,
guy.
guy with the muscles.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. And then this guy here, the guy on the left, is from.
Xanthus.
I think it's from Hitman Reborn. No.
Yeah, Xanthus. The Yeah, from Hitman Reborn.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
the
Hitman
I
Reborn. I can't
guess
even lie. I
second
forgot.
villain maybe.
Yeah, I can't even lie. Now Hitman Reborn
From
was a good anime still, but there's no Hitman, there's no Full Metal Alchemist, there's no Full Metal Alchemist on this fam.
Full Metal is that part of Shonen Jump?
I should don't know fam.
I don't even know if it's part of Shonen Jump. I think it is part
Yeah,
of Shonen Jump.
it was good though. Uh,
Yeah, I don't remember. All right, what I want to talk about, yeah, because I know you're a hater. I think everyone in the group chat knows you're a hater. You're an annoying hater. In fact,
I'm not a hater
so
fam.
annoying. Like it's actually a hater. But since we're on the topic of anime, let's talk about your gripes with some new generation shonen.
That's if I watch New Generation show.
Of course, you've seen a little bit of My Hero. and I think that's
Yeah, I've
probably
seen a
it,
bit
right?
of My Hero. Yeah. Do you know what it was?
I don't think you've seen
Yeah.
anything
Okay.
else.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Cool. From what I can remember, top of my head, so I'm most likely getting a lot of things wrong here. But from top of my head, I just first of all, this is just a personal opinion, obviously, and it's just one of the things I don't like anymore. Maybe I didn't mind it with Naruto, but I just didn't like the main character. I can't lie. Like I personally, so what it was with someone like Ichigo,
What, My Hero?
and yeah, I'm talking about My Hero. Yeah, I'm saying at number one, I didn't like the main character. And the reason why is because I didn't connect with him. I felt that he was annoying. Uh, and but with Naruto, I immediately connected with him. So I empathized with Naruto with his
Similar
desire
character.
to yeah, with his
Okay, so
desire
even
to
though they're similar
be a
characters,
Hokage.
you kind of got with
Pardon?
Naruto, but you didn't get with. So even though they're similar characters, you got with Naruto, but you didn't get with Deku.
Yeah, Deku. What did Deku want to be a hero? Right? He wanted to be a hero, right? Like that was his desire, right?
Yeah, he wanted to be number one hero.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Number one. Sounds so lame, but yeah. Anyway, but Naruto. But the thing about Naruto, it was hard for me to take Deku seriously as wanting to be the number one hero. But yeah, I didn't. I took Naruto seriously when he wanted to become a Hokage. Even though we had some motivations as to why Deku wanted to become the number one hero, being that he wasn't born with that whatever that thing is that makes you a hero. He wasn't born with it. He
yeah,
the quirk.
the
Yeah.
quirk.
And Naruto was I connected with Naruto immediately. So without even having to go any further, let's just say I didn't empathize with Deku's desire to be the number one hero, but I empathize with Naruto's desire to become a Hokage to and wanting to be recognized. So I empathize with that. And I also empathize with Luffy, not necessarily empathize with Luffy, but Luffy wanted to be the pirate king. But what connected me with Luffy was just he at that moment, like the first few episodes, it wasn't even because he wanted to be the king of the pirates. Do you see what I'm saying? It was more so because first of all, I liked his personality. In the beginning, he was this quirky little pirate. It was quirky. He was hella funny. Do you see what I'm saying? It was hella funny. And then when I started to see more of his personality, I started to sort of connect with him because this guy is like he was fearless, he was brave, he was bold. Um, it's just crazy. It's like I've never seen a main character like him before. Do you know what I mean? Even though he's very similar to someone like Goku, they have similar sort of quirks. But he was
My
very different
personality.
from he was very different from Goku. He just had more to him than Goku, in my opinion. Um, and but yeah. So yeah, Deku. So number one, Deku. I didn't connect with Deku even after finding out his motivations for wanting to be a hero. I just think he was a sissy.
You remember?
It's like maybe I got
You
used
remember his
to
motivations.
Luffy. Pardon?
You
Huh?
remember his motivations.
Who
You
Deku's
you remember
motivations?
his motivations. Yeah,
Who Deku?
yeah.
Yeah, like I think I said it earlier, right? He what was it? Um well first of all he wanted to be a hero, but he couldn't be a hero because he wasn't born with the quirks, right? So but he had this strong desire to protect people. But I think I just found him annoying. That was it. I
Yeah.
think he came across as a more annoying than Luffy or Naruto. Maybe because when I was young, because I watched Naruto when I was really young, and I watched My Hero Academia when I was obviously a bit more older. I think I watched
Yeah,
My Hero Academia when I
I
was an
was
adult. Yeah, so
the same. that's something I was going to say that different
Pardon?
because the space you're in now, or when you
Yeah,
watching, like the space you're in now is a bit different. That's something that was even
yeah,
going to
no,
bring up.
definitely. Yeah, that's definitely the
Maybe you're
case.
kind of
Yeah,
just over it a little bit.
yeah,
Like you've gotten a bit older. You're kind of over some of this, not childish, but it's even though like anime is still kind of geared towards children, I guess, or young teens or teenagers. So maybe you're over the
yeah,
whole main character type of, um, I think that's part of the problem.
yeah. You keep your breaks. You're breaking up small, small now.
Like, if you were maybe 14 or 15, if you're in secondary school or maybe in college, you'd probably like My Hero Academia, but because you've already kind of been there,
Probably,
done that
probably. Yeah,
with the big three in four, you've kind of you started to, I'm over it, man. Like I'm tired.
I
Like I've
started to
seen this
develop. I
before
also
like a million
started to
times.
develop. Yeah, yeah. I've also started to develop a
Hate,
personal taste.
yeah, you start to develop a bit of a personal taste, and also your hair as well, which is part of it. But that's
That's fair
neither
enough.
here nor
Fair
there.
enough.
But
But I also think I remember watching My Hero, and I think I was saying how I think I told you this. I think it lacked substance in the
Deku, I can
philosophical
understand why you
arguments.
may not like Deku.
Yeah, I was saying how My Hero Academia was lacking a bit of substance in its arguments about heroes and
Substance in the what?
villains. Substance in regards
I,
to
I
the
didn't catch that.
philosophical approach. In regards to the philosophical approach that I had towards the
Mm,
sort of questions that he was putting forth regarding heroes and villains. I just felt like it lacked depth. It was just superficial, and some of it didn't make sense. I can't remember one in particular, but I remember when I was
but
watching it.
I hear you. No, I understand.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that
have the
was
same
my other.
opinion. Even though I like My Hero, I think
Mm,
there's certain elements that are kind of it's maybe a bit too surface level in terms of how they want to
mm,
tackle certain elements. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. And I think it was almost similar to Naruto. You know when Naruto would give a talk no jutsu, Naruto's ability to just talk through to people. I think it was trying to capture that same element, but for me, like maybe again, because when I was young, I didn't understand the arguments that Naruto was making. But I think Naruto's arguments were so simple to understand and just straightforward, whilst My Hero Academia tried to sound deep and tried to go in depth, but it wasn't deep. Do you see what I'm saying? But with Naruto, it was just straightforward, just like your straightforward sort of beliefs, like I never go back on my word, I'll never leave my friends. How can you do this to someone who has protected you, who has loved you? If I'm trying to remember the Zabuza arc, um,
Mm.
when yeah, it was just simple and straightforward comments, but they hit you hard. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't trying to be deep like Bleach, like Bleach with kind of the things that they talk about, they sound really deep and sort of philosophical. But yeah, I sort of I fuck with that, yeah, like with what Bleach is trying to say, I think I kind of enjoy that more, and it seems to make more sense um than what My Hero Academia was trying to do. So yeah, with Naruto, because Naruto does it as well. Naruto does it as well. But with Naruto, it was straightforward and simple, and I could understand it. And even up to now, I would say the argument still makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Um, but with flipping My Hero Academia, I just don't get the depth in it. It's just so superficial. It's almost like a black and white way of looking at heroes and villains. But then again, I never finished everything, so I could always be wrong. And then I ended up finding out that Deku has more than one power, which also annoyed me. Do you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? It turns out apparently he has more than 2 quirks now, but not only that. Yeah, I'm still here, I'm
Still,
still here. Can you hear me? You can't hear me?
if you can hear me, is my connection just cut out a little bit. I think I
How about it? I think I remember the fight, but I can't remember. I don't know.
muscular, but I hear what you're saying. But what did you say for the last 30 seconds?
Yeah. I was talking about, and then I heard that Deku had another quirk, so he had more than one quirk, and then not only that, but his rival also ended up having the same quirk as him. Am I right?
So it's not really. It is another quirk, but it's not what it is. Is that if anything, that's how it should have been. But his quirk is not one of strength. His quirk is that he can stockpile. Not that he can stockpile quirks. It has other quirks. So his quirk is that he has multiple quirks. Kind of. It's there's more to it, but
Yeah.
in a easy way of explaining it, his quirk is that he's got a couple quirks because it's
Okay.
passed down.
Right. And
So
and
his
and,
quirk is
and
passed down from one person to another person, but then he gets a little bit of the person.
right. And so, how many quirks does
Make
he
sense?
have then? Yeah. How many has been passed down so far? And what are they? And what are the quirks?
Powerful, but they're like useful in certain situations, which he kind of has to use his intellect to kind of maximize.
But yeah, so yeah, that's my thoughts on my Hero Academia. So, but I haven't seen it in a long time.
Personally, you probably wouldn't like a lot of them, but if I had to recommend any new generation, it could have been released. It feels like something that could have been released in like the early 2000s. It has that feel to it, if that makes sense.
Right.
So
Mm,
something that you may kind of like a little bit more
mm.
compared to My Hero or maybe a Fire Force or Demon Slayer or anything of the type, really.
Don't even
I like
mention
My
Demon.
Hero, but I understand some of the criticisms towards it, but I don't. I think you're kind of the type of guy you. I think the type of guy you are. You're kind of. It's gonna be hard for you to kind of like a lot of stuff. But if I had to recommend anything, Jujutsu Kaisen is there. The post arc is really good, and you would probably like it. Probably anyway.
Yeah, because I feel like with things like yeah, I read the plot of Jujutsu Kaisen, and obviously there's a lot of buzz about it. I read the plot, and it was pretty much it was something to do with this guy has a monster in him, and they're trying to basically get rid of it. I guess one of the reasons why I probably don't like the new ones is because it seems to me it's become formulaic. It's like they're following a formula of the big
Guys,
three. They're following a formula of the big three, and it's just like that's not unique. That's not different. I mean, I, I know there's a saying, "Give me the same but different." There's that saying, especially in Hollywood, just give me the same thing but different. No idea is necessarily original. Just give us something different about it. That's what they say anyway. But even then, you're getting something that's still very formulaic. You have same. Oh, damn, this guy's gone. But yeah, you have the same. Um, You have the same sort of power system. Like I want something different, something unique. Something like what was unique was Attack on Titan. That was definitely not the same as something like Naruto. Do you see what I'm saying? It's totally, totally different. Your video is on, fam.
I don't know. I'm trying to do something.
Yeah, I was saying that I don't want it to be formulaic. Do you see what I'm saying? Something like what's it called? Demon Slayer.
Hold on. Can you still see what's going on screen? What's going on screen?
Yeah, it's just your picture of you. I can
And
see the recording. I see
well,
StreamYard.
you can still see the recording.
No, you're obviously your camera's off,
No,
but
but you can see the recording of what My Hero.
no. There's no video.
There's no video. Okay, that's gone then.
Yeah, that's calm.
Carry on.
Yeah. I'm saying so one of the reasons why I didn't want to even touch or read or watch Demon Slayer because from the little that I've seen from it is literally a mixture of Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach put into one. And I'm not seeing anything that's unique or different about it. So it has guilds or like organizations. It has like teams. It has like captains. It has headbands. It has swords.
Demon
It
Slayer.
has Demon Slayer. Yeah, is it no? Sorry, not Demon Slayer. What's it called? What's that one called? The guy with the annoying main character.
Are you talking Asta and Black Clover?
Black Clover, that's it. Man saying Demon Slayer. Oh damn! But I heard a lot of stuff about Demon Slayer. I heard Demon Slayer is the storytelling is pretty garbage. Like it's like what the worst, and that people only
That's not
enjoy
true.
it. No, people only enjoy it because of the anime. No, I actually watched like an hour-long video, a critique of Demon Slayer, and they were pretty much saying the storyline is pretty basic and rubbish,
It's
but it's only
basic, but
anime.
it doesn't mean it's rubbish. I think what it is with Demon Slayer, it doesn't try to be anything flashy. So it's kind of like it knows it's a shonen. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, and it's what I do agree that I feel like the production on its anime really does make it as popular as it is.
Yeah.
It depends on how you want to look at it because at the end of the day, anime is a visual medium. And visually speaking, it's probably one of the best things you'll ever see. And if you have really good production, really good animators, really good art, really good sound design, really good directors behind a series that is average, you can make it really good. And that's
Give
probably
me
what Demon Slayer is.
give me One Piece pre-time, early One Piece. Give me early One Piece visuals and quality over every and any current anime shonen manga. I'll take it. I'll
Yeah, but
take.
that's not going to happen these days because
No, that's what I'm
early.
saying. But that's what I'm saying. It's they've they've put visuals quality of storytelling
It's
over
not they're putting it over because the source material that is the source material.
yeah
Don't
the
forget,
sort of
anime is
yeah,
just an
okay,
adaptation.
no yeah fair enough but they wanna sort of say oh look at this thing that's shiny like it's very shining to a
Yeah,
low
I don't think Demon
the
Slayer.
source material itself is pretty much basic, you know what
I
I
don't
mean?
think Demon Slayer is bad. I think because there's a reason why it broke all those all those records when it came to manga sales. This was maybe a year ago, 2 years ago that it was the biggest selling manga for a period of time, doing records, even having records above One Piece, and that's all due to its anime.
Yeah,
Really,
that's all due to its anime, exactly.
like it's a good watch. Like Tanjiro's he's a good character. He's a fun character. Not necessarily fun character. He's
Nah,
like
I'm hearing
he's a
this
nice
guy's
character.
Mary Sue. Now I'm hearing this main character is a Mary Sue fam.
What's a
I'm
Mary
hearing
Sue?
a Mary Sue is basically a character who can do everything, and he doesn't need to sort of train for the skills or the power ups that he gets. he's just good at everything. She or he is just good at everything, can do anything whenever they want.
Based off what I've seen on the anime, he is picking up some skills pretty quickly, but I wouldn't go as far to say that he can do anything and everything, because he does struggle in the fights he's in, because the fight against these demons
Yeah, he can
is very
struggle,
difficult.
but it's also he can struggle, but it's literally about just being able to do things that you weren't capable of doing before in a split moment.
I don't know about that. I'm not saying that person is right or wrong. Is because there's not really much you can do it doesn't have like a very diverse power system, if that makes sense. It's basically sword fighting. So all of the effects you see aren't actual powers, it's just effects to kind of highlight like each individual person's like skill, if that makes sense. It's literally just sword fighting, really. It's so how it works, if you don't know, it's breathing techniques. So his
Actually,
first
I know
of
how it works.
oh, okay, so you know
Yeah,
how
I
it
read
works.
about it. Yeah.
So it's just breathing techniques. So I I guess if you want to look at it that way, he can do quite a few things, but it's not like it's not like one. It's not like not maybe not One Piece. It's not like Naruto where he's got all 5 chakra natures and he can just do any jutsu
That
without
was at the
learning.
end, though. That was when Kishimoto fell off. That was at the
Yeah,
end.
it's nothing like that really, because at the end of the day, it's just sword. It's just swordplay, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. All right,
So
cool.
I understand what he's saying, but it's maybe a bit exaggerated.
Well, I mean, I can't fully remember the things he was saying, but at the moment when he was speaking of it and the examples he was giving, maybe he wasn't using the term Mary Sue. Maybe there's a similar term. I can't remember, but yeah. Anyway, but I was talking about Black Clover and sort of being pretty much formulaic, just being a
Very
copycat of
Black Clover is
what
very
came before.
Black. Even though like I like Black Clover, I like a lot of stuff in it. But even though I like Black Clover, I do believe it pretty much. I don't want to say copy, because I don't really like saying the word copy. It does take a lot of inspiration from stuff that's come before it.
So it's
And
not really original.
yeah, it's not really original. And I think it's a little bit dated, even though it's a new generation anime. I feel like it's a series that probably should have come out in 2007 or something, instead of coming out in like 2000 in 2018. I think it came out like 2018 maybe. It's a bit dated. Asta is a bit annoying at the beginning, but eventually, I think some people like him, some people don't. At the beginning, you probably may not like him, but you may like him towards like as it goes on, he becomes a little bit less annoying. He's a little bit more endearing, similar to Naruto. Because don't forget, I don't know if people did like or not like Naruto at the beginning, but you can see why people may think Naruto was a little bit annoying at the beginning, but then eventually you kind of start to like him a bit. I think Asta is similar to that, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, I hear it. I hear it. Man, Astro, don't know. Sounds like Astro Boy.
Astro Boy. Well, Asta was the name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if I was to give like a rating to a lot of these new generation shonen, I'll probably say the best one is Jujutsu Kaisen. I'll probably,
Yes.
I
So,
think Jujutsu Kaisen is the best.
so does it even have like a storyline? Like what's this story?
To be honest,
I mentioned it, but I don't know if that's
it's not as its story. Now that I think about it, it's more similar to Bleach in the sense that
right. Right.
that not that he doesn't have a dream, because like we've spoken about this before, when a character has a dream, it's easier to kind of lay out a story. You know what I mean? The main character doesn't have a dream per se. Right now, things are just happening.
Is he more? Yeah, things are happening to him, so he's more reactive. It's like
So the
more
story is more reactive. Yeah.
he's more reactive, right? But what's
Um,
okay? Because I'm guessing there's like an A storyline and a B plot. So is it right to say that the B plot is him trying to deal with his inner demon, and then the A plot is him being more reactive to whatever that's happening to his
You
world.
could say that. You could say that. So if I was to try to explain it as best I can, of course, what I'm still because I don't read the manga, I only watch the anime for now. There's a demon within the main character, Yuji.
I swear they use curses as well, like
So curses are similar
power
to
system. Yeah.
so curses would be the power system is very similar to Hunter x Hunter, kind of. But it's also a bit similar to maybe Bleach, I guess. A bit of Bleach, a bit of Hunter x Hunter.
Would you say it's unique though? Would you say the power system is clever, more creative? Because
I like the
that's
power system. It can be complicated.
Things that I don't sort of rate about these new animes is that the power systems aren't really.
I think the power system for Jujutsu Kaisen is I think it's good. A lot of people think it's probably one of the best.
It's just because all I know is it's about curses. They use curses. That's like sounds a bit bland to me. It's just like they use curses.
It's kind of similar, like curses. So let me break it down. So curses are similar to the hollows in Bleach. So they're kind of similar to the hollows in Bleach. They're similar. If you haven't watched Chainsaw Man, but they're similar to the devils in Chainsaw Man. So how it works, these curses are born from negative emotions of humans, right? Yeah. So you could have a curse that is a curse of fire, because like negative emotions kind of breed. If you know about Japanese law, sometimes like, it's kind of part of like Japanese law. It's like that type of stuff, if that makes sense. Yeah. So you have the curse of fire, and it's like a fire curse, which is more similar to a demon. It roams and it feeds off negative energy, I guess, of human beings. And then the actual curse power system itself, that's more similar to maybe Nen, kind of.
Right.
So it's very diverse.
Okay.
I don't think it's as diverse as Nen, only because anyone in Hunter x Hunter can use Nen. It's just you need to have someone to teach you Nen, but not anyone in Jujutsu Kaisen can use curses. You have to be somewhat born with it, or maybe certain types of exposure may increase your ability to maybe see curses, or like so similar to spiritual pressure in Bleach. So in spiritual pressure, not everyone can actually use spiritual pressure, right? But everyone has the ability to maybe see if maybe they've been exposed to certain things. If that makes sense.
Yeah, right.
I guess it's kind of like that.
Yeah, spiritual pressure is only for Shinigamis though, of certain levels.
But humans have spiritual pressure. Humans have
not spiritual pressure. Well. Probably using the wrong term. Spiritual pressure is more
not spiritual pressure. What's the term?
I don't know if it's reishi. Is it reishi?
Reishi, that's it. Everyone has reishi.
Yeah, I think
everyone has reishi. Everyone can have different levels of reishi. So things, and an everyday human being is going to have reishi that's very low, that they're not going to be able to see ghosts and hollows and stuff. Yeah. But there are certain people like Ichigo and Ichigo's family, like his sisters, that have enough reishi that they can actually see ghosts and stuff.
Yeah, they have enough spiritual sense. Yeah,
it's similar to that. There's going to be few people that can see curses, but most everyday people won't be able to see a curse. And then there'll be special individuals that have enough curse energy that they'll be able to actually use curse energy.
Pretty much heavy inspiration from Bleach then.
There's things with Jujutsu Kaisen, it does take heavy inspiration from a lot of anime, and it's not afraid to kind of show it, but it kind of does it in a comedic way sometimes. So it's like, this is a reference to this anime, and it's kind of funny because you may see a fight and you think, hold on, I've seen this fight before. You'll be thinking, hold on, this is from Gurren Lagann, or this is from Bleach, or this is from Naruto. They may even say, like a main character, like Yuji may even say, oh yeah, I saw this in a Naruto magazine and stuff. It's kind of funny.
Very
Sometimes
self-aware.
it's self-aware.
The
It's
full
set in the human world, so Shonen Jump is probably in as well. So they're like,
yeah. No, I can't lie. Just because of that, you're telling me, I don't think I will even give it a chance. It just seems like I'm looking for something unique. I'm looking for something that it borrows. It takes inspiration, but not in that manner. Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking for something like, give me like an Attack on Titan. Do you see what I'm saying? Give me something like that. That's different. That's original. It doesn't even have power system. I'm not saying that new anime shouldn't have power system, but if you're gonna have a power system, I mean that's literally what makes shonen manga is power systems. But I just want something that's not heavily borrowed or heavily inspired by the previous the previous big three. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like every time I hear that, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not going to watch
it's
this.
very difficult to make something that's 100% original because I don't think anything is ever 100% original.
No,
Even
of course, that's not
even
what
the
I'm
big
saying.
three aren't really original, really.
No, but why they're big threes though? Why are they so popular? Because they did things that are very unique. I know they're inspired by a lot of the previous
No,
manga.
I think you're being harsh because the thing is, really and truly, if we want to be 100% honest, Naruto copied Hana Hana. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but it's different though. I know it did. I know it was inspired, but it still had its own world.
no. But if we're gonna be
The
real,
world building.
if
Hold on.
you've watched
The
Hana
world
Hana and you've watched
building.
Naruto, they're basically the same. The first couple arcs are basically the same.
I'm not talking about the storyline. I'm not talking about the storyline. I'm just talking
No,
about
the whole concept. The whole concept. The certain arcs are the same. Certain concepts are very similar. I think what you're doing right now, I think you're being harsh because do you know what it is? This is what I get sometimes. I think everyone does it to certain various degrees. We do it in music, we do it in sports. People are like, my generation was always better than the new generation because of ABC reasons.
I'm not saying that though. I'm not even implying that. I'm just saying nothing, in my opinion, so far has come close to One Piece, let alone Naruto and Bleach. I mean, not close to you, but there's probably some other new stuff here that's probably better than. Like I haven't actually seen Berserk, but that's probably the only other manga that I would go.
Berserk's not shonen though.
No, I know it's not shonen, but that's one of those that I'm hearing is also a masterpiece.
Berserk's good. I think it's a little bit overrated, but it is very good.
Yeah, but even like the world itself, even the world of Naruto is just more interesting than the world of Jujutsu Kaisen to me. It just sounds more.
But you haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen.
A
lot of the criticism you have.
I've heard.
The thing is, I understand what you're saying, but a lot of the criticism you have for some of these series, it's not. I'm not saying it's not warranted or it's wrong, but you need to actually watch it to actually form a solid opinion.
Criticism, sure. In order to have a valid criticism, you actually have to watch it, not base it based on what people are saying. That's obviously true, and I'm currently just being very, very biased.
But Jujutsu Kaisen is good, but sometimes it's like I remember Kwame mentioned this before. It's very difficult or it's unfair to compare something that has maybe 50 episodes to something that has like 500 or 600 episodes. You know what I mean? You have to let it build its own like a legacy, like not its own legacy. Build at least let it cook basically. Let it cook a little bit. Comparing something that may have 25 episodes or 30 episodes to something that has 900 episodes or 1,000 episodes in One Piece's case is not fair. Really, if we're all gonna be honest, if we're trying to be all gonna be honest, let's not lie. When it comes to One Piece, obviously, I believe One Piece is probably debatably the best shonen ever created. Debatably, anyway. It has the longevity to say so anyway. But if One Piece was to be released in modern day, I don't think it would be as successful as it is now. I reckon it would even probably get cancelled.
You never know. Everybody says that, but you don't know that.
I reckon it'll get off. I don't know. This is just a guess or a theory. Like if you speak to a lot, I've liked One Piece from the jump, right? But if you speak to a lot of people, some people don't really like One Piece until it gets to certain arcs. Some people say One Piece gets good at Water 7. Some people say it gets good at Ennis Lobby. Some people say it gets good at the Wall, Alabasta, Skypiea. Alabasta is probably like the earliest where I say I've heard people say it gets good, you know what I mean? Even though I liked it from jump. Alabasta is like episode 80. Episode 80. That is a lot of episodes before someone actually starts thinking, do you know what, yeah, this is worth my time. In modern day, that's getting cancelled after season 1. So you have to let things cook. Obviously, it's a different era, really. The way things work back in the early 2000s is different from how things work in 2023. Like in the early 2000s, I'm assuming you were allowed to maybe cook. You had enough time to let your series cook a little bit, especially for the anime, more so than manga, because anime was released on a weekly basis all throughout the year. There was no seasons. It's just every week you get an episode. Unlike modern era, where you may get 13 episodes every year or 13 episodes every 2 years. You know what I mean? It's a different era, so things kind of work a bit differently. But in my opinion, if One Piece was to come out now, it wouldn't make it past season 1.
I was on One Piece like you said yourself from the jump. Like,
so you're on One Piece from '99, yeah?
No. I'm saying I liked One Piece from the very
Of course, same.
very first early episodes. I didn't wait until until Arlong Park, for example, for me to actually watch it. I think I even liked it before Sanji's arc, even before.
But are you saying this because it's different? Because one, we binged it. Two, all of the episodes were kind of just there for you to kind of watch at like, if that makes sense. All the episodes, like, you're able to binge it. It's probably one of your first anime as well. You being a child or a young teenager. That's why I said
One
before.
Piece, it was actually I watched it like this one Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. I kept saying to myself when I was watching Naruto, I was like, no, Naruto is the best. People were telling me about
Of course. I think a
People
lot of us watched
One
Naruto
Piece.
and thought Naruto was the GOAT.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then we kind of watched One Piece and then we started changing the opinion, even though it kind of hurt.
Yeah,
It kind
it
of hurt a
was
little bit.
hard. It's like, I think, yeah, when I started getting into One Piece, I started questioning myself. Like, shit, this shit could be better than Naruto, you know. But yeah. No, One Piece is just unique. Still, it's I mean, the only two reasons, why people watch movies, obviously, the two main reasons is obviously emotional connection, to feel something, and then the meaning they get from it. And One Piece does two of those excellently, especially pre-time skip. Obviously, Naruto and Bleach, they do that as well, but they don't do it to the degree that One Piece does it. One Piece just hits different, and I'm just talking, it hits you different emotionally speaking. Do you know what I'm saying? Just through your emotion, it just hits different. And that's one of the reasons. One of the reasons why One Piece has failed post time skip, in my opinion, is because it doesn't hit you as emotionally as it did pre time skip. And I watch things. Obviously, people say you go watch movies and stuff for escapism, but that's like literally that's like the reasons that you give when that's the reasons that you give when you don't know about these two main points of why, what people look for when they're going to be entertained. And obviously, what does it mean to be entertained? You're entertained. You're people say they go watch movies to be entertained. It's just entertainment, but that entertainment comes from how emotionally invested you were in the movie and the meaning that you got from it. That's entertainment. But if, for example, the reason why, for example, One Piece doesn't entertain me anymore as much as it used to, because I'm no longer emotionally invested in the characters, in the stories. I'm no longer feeling anything from it like I used to, and I'm not really getting any meaning. And because there's a lack of emotions from it, I'm not getting any meaning from it. Do you see what I'm saying? And yeah, and that's what it is. And I just think, and I would even say, yeah, Naruto does that even better than Bleach. So it's just,
I
yeah,
don't think Bleach does it all that well, to be fair.
it doesn't all that well, but it doesn't do it all that well, but it's still good. It's still good.
I'm obviously I'm a Bleach fan. I think we've had this conversation a million times, but I think Bleach is probably more funny that I'm using the word hollow, but it's more hollow compared to a One Piece or Naruto. In my
Hollow in
opinion.
terms of what?
The emotional attachment you have. I think if you
Okay.
say there's an emotional attachment to Bleach, I think it's coming from nostalgia because you maybe have grown up with Bleach, or you started watching it from a young age and you've kind of grown up watching and reading these characters. But I don't think it does it on the same level as Naruto, or even not as a One Piece or even Naruto.
Yeah.
I think it's somewhat hollow.
Yeah, it's I think it's probably a level below, 2 levels below Naruto, even in terms of the emotional, how it makes you feel. Do you know what I mean? I think it's way lower, maybe a couple levels below even Naruto.
And I think that's due to a lot of things. I think that's due to the story. I think that's due to Ichigo himself. It's due to a lot of different factors, but I think Kubo was trying to make a different type of story to how Kishimoto and how Oda were trying to make a story. I assume anyway, because when I read or watch a series or a movie or any type of media, I try and think, what do I think the writer is trying to do? Okay, once I think I figured out what the writer is trying to do, I try to judge it based off of that. So I try, of course, you just naturally speaking, you compare to other series and other stuff, but I try to judge it on its own merit and try to judge it on what this writer is trying to do first and foremost. So because of that, I think Bleach is a very good series. But when I can now compare it to other series like Naruto and One Piece, which would be its competitors, it doesn't do things as well as those for a lot of stuff. That's when I now use the word hollow. It feels a bit more hollow compared to the other two.
100%, 100%. And it just seems like, although Ichigo, how old is Ichigo? He's meant to be 17.
He started off as 15 and then he's currently 17.
Yeah. It's funny because Luffy is meant to be older than him.
Luffy is started off as 17, then went on to 19.
He's not 19.
You'll never believe that.
You'll never believe it, but yet Bleach seems to be a bit more, slightly less childish than both Naruto and One Piece.
Of course not. It's more. Let me not use the word mature, but it's meant to be the what's the word? Not the themes, but the what's the word I'm looking for? The aura about Bleach is meant to be a little bit more adultish. It's a bit more. It's meant to be more edgy. It's meant to be more of an edgy series, especially compared to One Piece.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I don't know why though. Why Bleach is?
Of course, Hollows and the whole themes of the after of living and death. It's meant to have more mature themes. Bleach, like I remember my friend told me he started watching Bleach when I was like 12, and I was like, "You're crazy! How can you be watching Bleach at 12?" I started watching Bleach at 16, and I was like, yo, this kind of hollow stuff is a bit creepy. You know what I mean?
It was creepy. You can't lie. Yeah, it was creepy.
But you wouldn't get that feeling from a Naruto or a One Piece, which is probably geared towards maybe a younger audience.
Yeah,
Even though all shonen, it's
the
geared towards a younger audience. The tone, that's it.
Yeah, it's the tone.
The tone is more. It's different.
It's a bit more dark. The tone
more
is
dark.
a bit more dark.
That's why if you liked Bleach, you'll probably like Jujutsu Kaisen because the tone is a little bit more dark. It feels like something that could have come out in maybe the late 90s, early 2000s. Because what I believe, anime that came out then or manga that came out then, the tone was a little bit darker compared to the tone of a lot of new generation anime now, where it's a little bit.
That's why I'm even thinking. You said Jujutsu Kaisen is a bit more like Bleach in terms of the tone, but I'm thinking from just the small clips I've seen, it still seems like it's not that dark compared.
Do you know the reason why you may not think that's the? Hold on, I'm looking outside and I've seen a fox with a pigeon in its mouth. Crazy. Anyway, I think the reason why you may think that's because of the way they animate stuff. So I'll use an example of Hunter x Hunter. There's two different versions. There's the 90, I can't remember when the first one came out, but there's the 90s version and then there's the 2011 version. If you've seen either of the series, the tone is completely different for both. The tone for the original is very dark. But the tone for the 2011 is a lot more upbeat. It's a lot more happy. It's a little bit more Disney.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's just trying to appeal to a certain like generational, like it's, you know what I mean? It's
100.
Like if you watch Dragon Ball Z and then you watch Dragon Ball Super, the tone is different. The tone for Dragon Ball Super is a bit more happy. It's a bit more clean. It's a bit more, you know what I mean? It's a bit more Disney. But if you watch Dragon Ball Z, it's a little bit more darker. You're gonna have like from the sound design.
I wouldn't say it's a little bit. I wouldn't say Dragon Ball Z is dark.
Not that it's dark, but then the tone is different from the way they animate things to the way they decide to the sound design. It's just different. For example,
fair enough.
Like the best example I can use is Hunter x Hunter. The original version is it's almost like a different series to 2011.
Yeah, the original version is a bit. It felt a bit eerie to me.
It's eerie, you know what I mean? Even though it's exactly this. That's why I said about Demon Slayer. Like anime is still a visual medium, so like how you kind of decide to tackle the adaptation can do a lot. You could watch the original Hunter x Hunter and think it's really good, and then watch the 2011 version and think it's really bad, even though it's the same source material.
Yeah. All they did, they pretty much changed the color palette.
The color palette is different. Everything is, you know what I mean? Even the music is different. The music they used in the original is different from the music they use in the 2011. It's this, everything contributes to how you kind of judge it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's not much color. I mean, it all makes sense with Bleach. There's not much color in Bleach.
Exactly.
It's rare. The only time they have color is in the anime openings.
Funny enough, in the anime openings, it's very colorful.
Very colorful. But
then when you get into the actual episode, it's very much different.
Very dark. Honestly, it's all they wear is black clothes or white clothes. You know what I mean?
It's in color, but it's basically black and white.
Black and white. Yeah, it's so funny. Like even like the colors is just muted. Even like the school uniform. The only thing bright about it is Ichigo's hair.
Exactly, it's Ichigo's hair.
Ichigo's hair, Renji's hair. The only thing different about it is just the hair colors. That's what
funny. Ichigo has orange hair, even though he's a Japanese student. But that could just be an anime thing where they like using different colored hair and that. But
no, of course. Yeah, that actually brings me to the One Piece live action. I just looked at I looked at the. Oh, have you seen the Yu Yu Hakusho flipping
Trailer.
live action? Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I was gonna watch it today. I've decided
It looks
that
quality. It looks
looks good.
quality. Let me just tell you that it looks quality.
Who's producing it?
I don't know.
The
But I
reason why
think-
I don't care as much because if it's no disrespect to the Japanese man, but if it's produced by the Japanese studios, I'm looking at it the way I looked at
produced by
the.
Netflix. No, it's produced by.
I don't
Netflix.
know. Like, I don't know. I saw.
I don't know if
clips.
Netflix the distributor or they're actually produced as in like there's a. But I think it was sort of produced by the what's it called? A Japanese company. Like One Piece was
A
produced by
Japanese
ITV
studio.
Studio. One Piece was made by ITV Studio. I forget the company name. A part of ITV Studio, but I forget the company. Tomorrow Studios, that's it. Which is a part of ITV with ITV, but I don't know about
ITV, as in British ITV.
Yeah, as in British
Okay.
British ITV. But I don't know about who's producing the Japanese live action for Yu Yu Hakusho.
Because if
But
it's
it looks much more. It looks much better than what you got from Attack on Titan or
but I don't take a lot of the Japanese production seriously. I kind of just, you know what I mean?
like those ones, yeah. Not
I
that you
don't
don't
take it seriously.
like those, like some of the ones that they've made earlier, not necessarily in general.
Are you talking to me? What I don't take the Japanese anime like adaptation seriously. I just kind of not like it's a spoof or anything, but I don't expect a high level of quality unless it's made or produced by like a Western studio, like Avatar.
Sure, you should be saying that.
That is, it's true that I don't take it seriously. Like I don't think a lot of people see that because there's a Bleach movie. We watched the Bleach movie, the live action, but a live action Bleach movie is meant to be big, right? We didn't look at it like it's a big thing. We kind of just watched it for a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
So I don't really take it very seriously unless it's produced by the West. Even though that doesn't really make sense, but it's just for a little bit of fun.
Yeah, I see what you mean still.
Like if they made maybe not One Piece because everyone loves One Piece that much, but if they made a Naruto live action, but you knew it was produced by Japanese studio, you're probably either not going to watch it or you're going to watch it for a bit of fun, and no one's even really going to talk about it that much.
Yeah, sure. I see what you mean by not taking it seriously. You're not saying that you can't take Japanese productions seriously. That's not what you're saying. You're just saying in terms of it's like, well, it has, first of all, it has less budget. So that doesn't help as well.
And I don't think it's trying to pander to Western audiences.
And it's not trying to pander to Western audience. Yes, correct.
So with One Piece, it's the One Piece the One Piece Netflix series was
Precisely,
for the Western audience.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah.
Because if Japan done it, all of these characters are going to be Japanese.
They are Japanese.
You're not going to see a black Usopp. You're not going to see a British Sanji. They're all going to be Japanese people.
This one, the Yu Yu Hakusho, is actually made by Netflix. So, like, Netflix.
Are you sure?
Involved. Yeah, no, Netflix are definitely involved.
I don't know, but tell me how.
They're not only distributing it, but I think they're heavily involved. But because it looks quality, like the visual effects and
I need to check it out.
The visual effects and everything else looks good. Looks good. It actually looks good. I would even say that in terms of production design and costume design, I'm feeling that it looks better than One Piece trailers.
I know you want to say that because you hate One Piece, but
nah, I'm not even saying that. I enjoyed the One Piece live action.
What did you think? I'm gonna watch the Yu Hakusho one right now, but what do you think of the Avatar?
It looks good, and I'm slightly disappointed because I didn't didn't they get the same budget as One Piece?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the last time I checked, I think it's 15 million per episode for Avatar. I can't remember how much the budget was per episode for One Piece now. But it looks good. That's all I can say. One Piece live action budget per episode. 18. Shut the fuck up. 18 million US dollars per episode. That's for One Piece.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Let me check Avatar. I mean, $15 million. Yeah, I was right with the 15 million of Avatar, and then One Piece is 18 million. Now,
I think I saw the Avatar one. It looks fine, but I need to see more to really have an
100%.
opinion. I need to see a little bit more, but it doesn't look bad.
A little bit more trailer because that was just a teaser, I think.
Yeah, it was just a teaser. I need to see more.
Yeah, I need a proper trailer for me to judge. But so far, it looks just like, you know, one of the things that annoyed me about One Piece, that I can't lie, it's just what I think. It's just the costume itself and the production design just didn't look real to me. And that's important if you're trying to make us buy into the One Piece world. It's very important that something looks.
It's more difficult to do for One Piece, to be fair.
But no, I still think it could have been.
Remember, that's something I did mention before when adapting something like a One Piece.
Some of the costume just looks like it was
a bit cheap, a bit like a cosplay.
Like, come on, you have 18 million pounds. Like, I'm sure you could do. Like, it's almost like they didn't distribute it proportionally to where it needed to go. Like,
let me ask you a question: would you prefer if they try to do one-to-one adaptations of the costumes, or would you prefer if they try to make it seem a little bit more realistic?
Nah, costumes are a very important part of the characters, so they couldn't.
Well, for some of them anyway. For some of the Straw Hats, they kind of just
for
whatever.
No, for all the Straw Hats, the costume is a part of their character. Them wearing a different character would definitely ruin part of their character, 100%. So
you prefer more of a one-to-one?
A one-to-one adaptation of the costume. Not one-to-one exactly, with minor changes, but when you consider Luffy, like, I feel like you could have a good costume for Luffy.
Luffy's pretty simple. It's a pretty basic.
It's a pretty simple, but when I looked at his vest, I'm just thinking like, like, this vest looks a bit weird. Like even
it looks like you know when you used to do the year 6 play.
The what?
You know when you used to do plays in year 6.
Plays, yeah, something like that.
And they used to give you the costumes.
Yeah, something like that. It just felt like it didn't fit. Just felt like it didn't fit the characters. Like with some characters it worked.
I think with Nami and Zoro, I think it was fine.
Yeah, with Nami and Zoro it was fine.
But with Nami and more so Nami, the way she dresses, you could probably see a girl in our world actually just dressed like that. So it's a bit easier to do.
Yeah, I would still call that person strange. Like, what are you wearing? It's like a little bit weird. I can't lie.
Hey, bro, if you go to Shoreditch or you go to Camden, bro, they're there.
For real?
Yeah, they're there.
What the hell is this movie, fam? The Sum of All Fears. Yeah, crazy, fam. Yeah, don't let this stream be long. I only said 1 hour, fam.
You want to cut it, yeah?
Yeah, you can start recording it now, but talk about other stuff, but I just don't want it to be. I don't want the recording to be longer than an hour.
Yeah, it does matter. We're just kind of having a bit of fun with it. It's not a
I
serious
know.
thing like that.
No, I know, but
I can cut it. I'll cut it.
yeah, cut it.